I know. He's been sharing you with me for months. The words hang in our kitchen like smoke after an explosion. I'm still standing with my arms crossed, still riding the high of my cruelty. Jake is 10 times bigger than you'll ever be. When Ethan's whisper cuts through everything I thought I knew about my marriage. My husband isn't angry. He's smiling. What? The word scrapes out of me. Ethan leans against the counter, and for the first time in our 3-year marriage, I don't recognize him. You thought you were so careful. The late gym sessions, the new lingerie you hid in your car. But Clara, baby, Jake told me everything. From day one, my skin goes cold. You're lying. Am I? He pulls out his phone, swipes twice, and turns the screen toward me. It's a video. Me and Jake in his apartment. 2 weeks ago. The angle is wrong. Shot from above, hidden. I'm laughing at something he said, my hand on his chest. Then his mouth is on mine, and I'm not stopping him. I'm encouraging him. He recorded. The words die in my throat. We both did. Ethan's voice is soft, almost tender. Every single time, the floor tilts. I grip the counter to stay upright. Why? Because I needed to know how far you'd go. How dirty my perfect wife really was. He steps closer and I smell his cologne, the same one I've loved for years, now suffocating. And you went further than I ever imagined. Shame floods through me, hot and paralyzing. But underneath it something sharper. Rage. You set me up. My voice is shaking. You, what? Pimped out your best friend to test me? Jake volunteered. Ethan shrugs. He's always thought you were hot. I gave him permission. Called it a field study. I want to slap him. Want to scream. But my hands are trembling too hard, and my mind is racing through every moment with Jake. Every touch, every word, every time I thought this is wrong, but I can't stop. And Ethan knew. Ethan orchestrated it, so what now? I whisper. Divorce? Public humiliation? You show these videos to everyone we know? Ethan tilts his head, studying me like I'm a puzzle he's finally solved. No, now you decide. Decide what? Whether you keep playing. He slides his phone across the counter toward me. There's a new video. One Jake took last night. Open it. My hands move before my brain catches up. I tap the screen. It's Jake, alone. Talking to the camera in his bedroom, shirt off, expression conflicted. Ethan, man, I don't know if I can keep doing this. She's not what we thought. She's hurting. And I think, he stops, runs a hand through his hair. I think I'm catching feelings. The video cuts off. I look up at Ethan and his smile has vanished. In its place, something raw and wounded. He wasn't supposed to fall for you, Ethan says quietly. That wasn't part of the plan. And suddenly I see it, and the crack in his armor. The jealousy, the fear. My husband didn't set this trap to humiliate me. He set it to keep me. But now his weapon has turned on him. And I realize, standing in this kitchen with my world in ruins, that I have a choice. I can crumble. I can leave. Or I can take control of the game they started. You want to play? I say, my voice steady now, cold. Fine, let's play. Ethan's eyes widen slightly. He wasn't expecting this. Good, because neither was I. I show up at Jake's apartment at midnight without warning. He opens the door in sweatpants. Shirtless, and the surprise on his face would be almost comical if my heart wasn't hammering against my ribs. Clara, what are you? I know everything. I push past him into the living room. Ethan told me. Showed me. Jake goes pale. Shit, Clara, Save it. I spin to face him and I'm shaking, but I can't let him see weakness. Not now. I saw the video. The one from last night. Where you said you're catching feelings. His jaw tightens. He showed you that? Was it real? The question hangs between us. Jake closes the door slowly, and when he turns back, something in his expression has shifted. Guard lowering, walls cracking. What do you think? I think you're both liars. My voice breaks despite myself. I think you used me. Humiliated me. I thought you were cheating on him. Jake steps closer and I hate how my body responds. Pulse quickening, breath catching. He suspected it for months. Said you were distant, secretive. He asked me to test you and I said yes because I thought I was helping my best friend. By fucking his wife? By proving he was right about you? Jake's voice drops. But he wasn't right. You weren't cheating. You were just lonely. And I made it worse. The admission hits harder than his betrayal. Because it's true. I was lonely. Ethan had been pulling away for months, working late, distracted, cold. And when Jake started paying attention to me at parties, asking about my day, laughing at my jokes, I craved it like oxygen. So what changed? I asked. When did it stop being a test? Jake's eyes searched mine. The third time. When you cried after? I remember. We were in his bed and the guilt had crashed over me so suddenly I couldn't breathe. He held me while I sobbed, whispering that it was okay, that I wasn't broken. It felt real. That's when I realized, Jake continues, that Ethan wasn't the victim. He was the architect. He pushed you away on purpose, to justify what he asked me to do. My world tilts again. What are you saying? I'm saying your husband set you up to fail. And I was too stupid to see it until I was already... He stops, jaw clenched. Already what? In love with you. The words detonate between us. I should run. Should slap him. Should do anything but what I do next, which is close the distance and kiss him. But this time it's different. This time I'm not seeking escape. I'm claiming power. Jake responds immediately, hands in my hair, mouth desperate. But then he pulls back, breathing hard. Clara, wait, we can't. Why not? I'm breathless, reckless. He wanted to see how far I'd go. Let's show him. This isn't about revenge, Jake says, and there's something almost pleading in his voice. You're angry. You're hurting. But if I do this, I control the story. I grab his phone from the coffee table. You've been recording everything, right? For Ethan, Jake nods slowly, then record this. But this time, we send him a message. I watch understanding dawn in Jake's eyes. Fear. Arousal. Something darker. You want to destroy him, he whispers. I want him to feel what I felt. I turn on the camera, frame us both. Powerless, Jake should stop me. Should choose his best friend. But instead he kisses me again, harder this time. And I know. I've turned his weapon back on Ethan. But as his hands slide under my shirt, as I press record, a tiny voice in my head whispers, who's really being destroyed here? I silence it, because I've already chosen my path and there's no going back. Ethan watches the video in our bedroom while I stand by the door. Arms crossed, heart racing, I expected rage, violence. Instead, he watches in silence, jaw tight, fingers white-knuckled around his phone. When it ends, he sets the phone down carefully, too carefully. Karzin looks at me. You think this hurts me? His voice is quiet. Dangerous. I think you didn't expect me to fight back. Fight back? He laughs, but it's hollow. Clara, you just fucked my best friend on camera out of spite. That's not fighting. That's self-destruction, says the man who orchestrated the whole thing. I was testing you. You were breaking me. The words rip out of me, raw and furious. You pushed me away for months. Made me feel invisible. Then you sent Jake to seduce me so you could justify hating me. Well, congratulations, Ethan. You got exactly what you wanted. He stands, and I force myself not to step back. I wanted the truth. No, you wanted an excuse to punish me for something I hadn't done yet. You created the affair you were afraid of. The accusation lands. I see it in the way his expression cracks, and just for a second, before hardening again. And now? He asks, what's your endgame, Clara? You steal my best friend? Burn down our marriage? Then what? I don't know, I admit. But at least I'm not pretending anymore. Ethan moves closer, and I smell whiskey on his breath. When did he start drinking? You want to know the real reason I set this up? Enlighten me, because I knew I was losing you, and I couldn't stand it. His voice breaks just slightly. You stopped looking at me the way you looked at me when we first met. Stopped laughing at my jokes. Stopped seeing me. So I figured if you were going to leave anyway, I'd rather catch you in the act than watch you slip away. The confession stuns me. Underneath the manipulation, the cruelty, there's just fear. Desperate, pathetic fear. So you destroyed us faster? I whisper. I destroyed the lie. He reaches for my hand and I let him take it. Not out of forgiveness, but exhaustion. Maybe we were always broken, Clara. Maybe this was just honest. His phone buzzes. We both look down. It's a text from Jake. We need to talk. All three of us. Now Ethan's grip tightens on my hand. Did you plan this with him? No. Then what does he want? I pull my hand free. Only one way to find out. 20 minutes later, we're sitting in Jake's living room. Me on the couch, Ethan in the armchair, Jake pacing like a caged animal. I'm done, Jake says finally. I'm done lying. I'm done pretending. I'm done with this whole sick game. Ethan leans back. Little late for a conscience, don't you think? You asked me to seduce her, Jake snaps. You begged me. Said it was the only way to save your marriage. And I believed you because you're my best friend. But you weren't trying to save anything. You were trying to destroy her. That's not... You wanted her to cheat so you could feel justified in whatever sick fantasy you've been nursing. Jake stops pacing, faces Ethan. But here's what you didn't count on. She's not the villain in your story. You are. The room goes silent. Then Ethan smiles. And you're the hero? The guy who's been fucking my wife? The guy who fell in love with your wife, Jake corrects. Which is exactly what you were afraid of. Ethan stands slowly. What did you just say? I'm in love with her. Jake looks at me and my heart stutters. And I think she might love me too. Ethan's laugh is sharp, bitter. Clara, tell him. Tell him this was just revenge, but I can't. Because sitting here, looking at Jake, at the way he's risking everything to tell the truth, I realize it wasn't just revenge. Somewhere between the manipulation and the anger, I felt too. I'm sorry. I whisper to Ethan, and I watch my husband shatter. Ethan doesn't yell, doesn't throw things. He just stands there staring at me like I'm a stranger and says, get out. Ethan, both of you. Get the fuck out of my house, Jake steps forward. We need to talk about this and talk. Ethan's voice rises now, sharp and jagged. You want to talk? You fucked my wife, fell in love with her, and now you want to have a conversation like we're all adults? Get out. I grab my purse, moving toward the door. Jake follows. But as I reach the threshold, Ethan speaks again. Quieter this time, but somehow worse. I have every video, Clara. Every recording. Every text. If you think you can just walk away and play happy family with him, think again. I turn back. What are you saying? I'm saying if you leave me, everyone sees what you are. Your parents, your friends, your co-workers, everyone. The threat hangs in the air, ugly and final. Jake's jaw clenches. You're blackmailing her? I'm protecting what's mine. She's not yours. Actually, a new voice cuts through the tension. She never was. We all turn. A woman stands in the doorway. Mid-30s, dark hair, expensive coat. I've never seen her before. Who the hell are you? Ethan demands. She smiles. Your wife's lawyer. Well, soon to be. She walks into the room like she owns it, and I notice she's holding a folder. Clara hired me 3 months ago. Didn't she tell you? My blood goes cold. I didn't. 3 months ago, the woman continues, ignoring me. Clara came to my office and said her husband was acting strange. Distant. Paranoid. She suspected him of planning something. Maybe an affair. Maybe worse. So she asked me to investigate. Ethan's face drains of color. That's bullshit, is it? The woman opens the folder, pulls out a stack of papers. Because what I found was fascinating. Text messages between you and Jake, planning how to test your wife. Emails to private investigators. And, this is my favorite part, a consultation you had with a divorce attorney 6 months ago, where you discussed how to prove infidelity to avoid splitting assets. The room spins. You were planning to divorce me? I breathe. Ethan says nothing. He was planning to frame you, the woman corrects. Make you the cheater so he could keep the house, the savings, everything. Jake was just the bait. Jake's face goes white. You used me. And you were using Clara, she says mildly. So really you're all quite terrible for each other. I sink onto the couch, mind reeling. I didn't hire you? No, the woman agrees. But someone wanted you to think Clara was 3 steps ahead. She looks directly at me. Someone who knew that if Ethan believed his plan was exposed, he'd crack. Confess. Give us everything we needed. Who? I whisper. The woman's smile widens. Why don't you ask Jake? We all turn to him. Jake's expression is unreadable. I don't know what she's talking about. Don't you? The woman pulls out one more document. Jake Morrison. Hired me 5 weeks ago. Paid cash. Said he needed to protect someone he loved from a narcissistic husband planning to destroy her. The air leaves the room. Jake? I stand, legs shaking. What did you do? He looks at me, and for the first time I see fear in his eyes. I was trying to help you. By hiring a fake lawyer. By letting me think I was crazy. By getting ahead of Ethan's plan. Jake's voice rises. He was going to ruin you, Clara. Frame you, divorce you, take everything. I couldn't let that happen. So you manipulated her too, Ethan says, and there's something almost like satisfaction in his voice. You're no better than me. I love her. You love controlling her. Ethan steps closer to Jake and the air crackles with violence. You saw an opportunity to play hero, steal my wife, and pretend you're the good guy. But you're just like me. You're a liar. Jake's fist connects with Ethan's jaw before I can scream. They crash into the bookshelf, grappling, and the woman just stands there watching like this is entertainment. Stop. I grab Jake's arm, pull him back. Both of you, stop. They separate, breathing hard, and I look between them. My husband who tried to destroy me and the man who claimed to love me but manipulated me just as thoroughly. I'm leaving. I say quietly. Both of you. I'm done. Clara? They say simultaneously. No. I turn to the woman. Are you real? Or was this all part of his game? She shrugs. Does it matter? And that's when I understand. It doesn't matter. Real or fake, lawyer or actress, Jake hired someone to make me believe I had power when really, I was just another pawn. I walk out of that apartment, neither of them follows. 6 months later, I'm sitting in a coffee shop when Jake walks in. I should leave. Should ignore him, but I stay. He slides into the seat across from me and he looks different. Thinner, tired, older. I've been looking for you. Congratulations. You found me. I need you to know the truth. I know the truth, I say flatly. You manipulated me, used me, just like Ethan did. No. Jake leans forward and there's something desperate in his eyes. That woman, the fake lawyer, I didn't hire her. I blink. What? I swear to God, Clara, I never hired anyone. Never even thought about it. Someone set me up, then who? Ethan. Jake's voice drops. It was Ethan, the whole thing. He planted the evidence, paid the actress, made it look like I betrayed you, because he knew if you hated both of us, you'd come back to him eventually, when you had nowhere else to go. My coffee goes cold in my hands. You're lying. I wish I was. He pulls out his phone, shows me a bank statement. Look, no cash withdrawal. No payments to any lawyer or investigator, nothing. I stare at the screen and something inside me cracks, because it makes sense. The timing. The way the woman appeared exactly when Ethan needed her. The perfect reveal designed to make me distrust Jake. Why didn't you tell me this sooner? You wouldn't have believed me. You needed time, space. Jake's hand reaches across the table, stops just short of mine. But I need you to know, I fell in love with you for real. Not because of Ethan's plan. Not because of some game, just you. Tears prick my eyes. How am I supposed to trust that? You're not, he says simply. You're not supposed to trust me or Ethan or anyone. You're supposed to trust yourself. The words land like an anchor. I divorced him. I say quietly, last month. He fought it, but I had enough evidence of his manipulation that the judge sided with me. Good. I hesitate. I started therapy, trying to figure out who I am outside of both of you. Jake nods. That's good too. We sit in silence for a moment. Then I ask the question I've been afraid to voice. Did you ever prove it? That Ethan set you up? No, and I never will. Jake leans back. Because that's his game. Proof, evidence, truth. I'm done playing. So what now? Now I let you go. His voice cracks. Because loving you means not trapping you. Even in the truth. He stands and panic flares in my chest. Wait, Jake pauses. What if... I take a breath. What if I don't want you to let me go? His eyes search mine. After everything, I confirm. I don't forgive you. Not yet, maybe not ever. But I think, the words catch, I think maybe we both deserve a chance to be honest. Without him? Jake sits back down slowly. What does that look like? I don't know. Coffee dates, therapy, slow. I reach across the table, let my fingers brush his. Real. I can do real, he whispers. And maybe it's stupid. Maybe I'm just trading one disaster for another. But as I sit here with Jake, I realize something Ethan never understood. Love isn't about control. It's about choice. And for the first time in months, I'm choosing for myself. My phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. You think you won, but I'm always 10 steps ahead. I show Jake, his jaw tightens. He's never going to stop, Jake says, I know. I delete the text, but neither will I, because Ethan taught me something valuable, even if he didn't mean to, how to play the game. And this time, I'm playing to win, not against Jake or Ethan, but for myself. I stand, hold out my hand. Come on, let's get out of here. Jake takes my hand, and we walk out of the coffee shop together. Behind us, I know Ethan is watching, plotting, waiting, but I'm not afraid anymore because he didn't break me. He just showed me who I could become, and that's the twist he never saw coming. He thought he was writing my story, but I was writing his ending, and mine, it's just beginning.